In the last one decade, several bio-CNG or CBG plants have flourished in India. But most of them have one common problem: round-the-year supply of their feedstock. Gruner Renewable Energy claims to have found the solution of the crisis of round-the-year supply of feedstock. Gruner Renewable claims to use Napier grass for the first time in India for the production of bio-CNG. We recently talked to Utkarsh Gupta, the founder of Gruner Renewable, and asked him to shed light on the importance of Napier grass, the potential of CBG market, the challenges and the future ahead. So welcome to I Am Renew. This is Manish Kumar and you are watching Green Talks.
So far we have contracts of around 42 plants. So 42 upcoming locations we are setting the biogas plants in India. So far we have clocked a revenue of 30 crores. This year we are aiming to set up around 100 plants and 100 retail outlets. So we are aiming to have a turnover of around 1000 crores. So it's in Lasanpur we are doing a plant, but it's not a megawatt because most of the biogas plants outside India are meant to produce power, electricity. However, the cost of electricity is low in India, so government is promoting only CBG, biogas. So we are setting the plant which is going to deliver the Bio-CNG as a final product, and we are aiming to have an output of around 3 tons per day from this plant. Production will start in November. No, there are plants which are coming up on different feedstocks as well, like press mud, municipal waste, rice straw. So these are other plants which are coming up, but to our coincidence and to our luck, we got a chance to set up a plant on Napier Grass. So this is going to be the first plant in India on Napier Grass. And having said that, there are around 4 to 5,000 around people who are ready to set up the plant on Napier Grass. They are just waiting who is going to set the first plant in on Napier Grass. So the market is very humongous in Napier Grass as a feedstock for in India. But we are lucky to have a first plant in India on this feedstock. So of late, our Bioenergy Germany is also using Napier grass as a primary feedstock because Napier grass, although it's an old crop, but it has become popular since last 5 years across the globe. So same thing happened in India also. Why people are going on Napier grass is that the simple solution answer is that with the Napier grass as a feedstock, they can grow on their farmlands or they can grow on the land which they can take on a lease, or they can buy the land which is available at very less price in outside city area. So this helps customers to control the price of the feedstock, which is a very crucial component of the business. Like in this particular case, we are growing Napier grass on 120 acres of land, and at the same time around 70 farmers are involved for growing Napier grass on their farmland. So indirectly we are benefiting the life of 70 farmers from one plant in one particular region. So this is a big problem with the farmers, and one of the big reasons of them committing suicide because the earning they get from the feeds from their produce is very less, around 30,000-40,000 a year they are getting from the farm per acre from the land they are growing crops on. Whereas with the Napier Grass as feedstock, they get around 150,000 to 200,000 rupees a year from 1 acre of land. So this obviously helps them to get a better income in terms of Napier grass as a feedstock. Apart from this, this also helps if they are not going to grow Napier grass, but they are growing another crop. It will help them to sell the waste from the land of the crop which they are producing to the biogas plant owner. There is another benefit with the Napier grass is that it is not seasonal. It can be grown 24 all 12 months. So whereas sugarcane is a seasonal crop. So this is a beauty of Napier grass. You get to harvest it in every 3 months, and it grows again, and you harvest again 3 months. You get around 4 cuttings from the Napier grass in a year. So this, and it is also like easy crop to grow, does not require much of maintenance, much of efforts of the farmers as well. So we are not limited only to Nagpur, but having being the first plant which we are building, it is in Nagpur. Since we are a Delhi-based company, so we are open to different locations, like 42 contracts which we are having. This is not only in Maharashtra region. This is different states of India, like UP, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Telangana, Andhra, and Karnataka, West Bengal. So these are the states we are setting the plants of the biogas and the Gruner. Apart from this, we are also having plans not to be limited ourselves to only to India. So we have plans to go and set the plant outside India as well. So initially we were targeting only the individual businessman who are open to for the versatility of their business, so open to enter into the renewable energy as a business. But now we are getting into the handling the corporate clients as well, which obviously was our end vision to go into. But we have got quite a lot popularity in India because of the Napier grass plant we are setting up. So many corporates are also big corporates are also reaching out to us to understand how we are building, and if we can do this for them as well. The gas which we are producing, it has a few uses. First, it can be used into the cooking gas. Second, you can use into the industrial gas. So like in this area of Nagpur, you have 36 boiler companies which uses gases to fuel their boilers. So this gas can be used for this purpose also. Third, we can use it for generation of electricity, but in India it is not viable because of the cost of production of electricity per unit is very high. So you get electricity generation at 11 to 12 rupees a unit, whereas from the biogas plant, whereas on a normal basis you get electricity at your home at 7 rupees. So it becomes not non-viable in India. That is why government is producing the fourth one, which is the Bio-CNG. We have a chief advisor, Mr. Dhusa. So he has been working into this industry since 1978. So he is retired now. He was working with MNRE, but still he has this. He always wanted biogas to become the mainstream fuel. But the reason was very simple. The technology was not that advanced to use biogas for a commercial usages. Second, the gas prices were very less. So now, since the gas prices are increased, buyback price set by government is increased. We see a big pull in the industry. Not many people are coming forward to set up the biogas plant in India because they are getting the lower paybacks, the payback periods, and they are getting the higher profits also at the same time. Plus, the government support is also there. So now, if you go and visit the government website, you will see government has already issued LOIs to 4,100 people for the biogas plant, where government has a target of 5,000 plants by 2024. No, biogas is not that sellable. So Bio-CNG is what we are going to sell.
Find Bio-CNG more profitable?
Yes, Bio-CNG is always profitable. Biogas as it is cannot be sold. Even if it has to be sold, it is not a purified one. So obviously it will have problem in future. Some restrictions from government in future. It's better to use the convert this gas into Bio-CNG and then sell. Biogas is not as it is sellable, to be honest, but there are certain gases which are mixed when it is generated from the digester. So there is 55 to 60% methane, 40-45% is the carbon dioxide, and then sulfur and oxygen moisture. So these are the gas mix, the biogas. So if you want to sell biogas as it is, at least you have to take the sulfur out of it. Because if you are selling the biogas as it is, then the pipeline through which you are selling the gas, it will get corrosion because of the sulfur. So in case you are going to remove the sulfur, you are able to sell that gas at around 50 to 60 rupees as a raw gas, but yeah, per kg. So if you go to purify it, but it also carries moisture, also a lot of moisture. So at least you have to do that separation. But that becomes not that viable, because obviously you are selling the gas at less price, but quantity is high. Second, if you sell Bio-CNG, you sell at the CNG prices. So obviously the cost of production of the Bio-CNG, which comes to around 30 to 35 rupees a kg, you are able to sell at 70 rupees, 75 rupees a kg, with the minimum price of 55 rupees. So the market is very less, because as I just said, the 4100 LOIs is been issued under the Satat scheme, which you just mentioned, by the OMCs, all marketing companies. The problem was that people in India, they just follow something which is available for free. So this is the only number of the LOIs which is being issued, but these people does not know how to set up the plant. For this, they are looking for EPC companies like us to come forward and help them to set up the plant. Now, since of late, many EPC companies like us have evolved in India to start the business in biogas, so people are getting solution provider basically. Though they have now option to choose from. Earlier, they were having a limited companies, 2 or 3 companies only doing the biogas plants. Now there are multiple companies, so people have options to choose the companies from, and now you will see a big change happening within this year and so on. Bio-CNG is already having lot of support by government. So government is thankfully giving lot of support in terms of the supply, the loans, in terms of the income tax holidays, income terms of subsidies. So these all things are already there, and also the setting of the floor price, so that at least investor is safeguard to sell the gas at the minimum price. That is already done by government in biogas. The only thing is that biogas is a small investment product, you can say, whereas ethanol is a heavy investment product. Plus ethanol is also taking up very fast, because it is easily transportable. It is a liquid form. You can transport in a very easy, in a cost effective transportation vehicles, whereas gas is needs a heavy capex to transport the gas. So this is difference why ethanol is picking up so fast, because it is going to get mixed with the petrol, whereas biogas is going to be sold, Bio-CNG is going to be sold as it is, and it can only be sold within 75 kilometers from the plant. So Gruner want to consolidate the biogas industry into one. So we are aiming high, but At the same time, we are not only going to limit ourselves to the biogas, we will also be into the other renewable energy I just mentioned. So our plants are ready for hydrogen. So green hydrogen is what we can produce from our biogas plant. It needs a good capex to transform the plant, but it's very doable option. It's like very easy. Just you have to put the electrolyzers and apart and replace it with your upgrading systems, and you can generate the hydrogen.